Okay, I wanted to make this video because I was looking on YouTube for some videos on other people using Manic Panic Raven. Now, I've used this before, but I already knew that the base color was green, and so that's what I'm going to talk about. Even though it's going to dye your hair black, just like the bird, a raven, their undercolor of their feathers is a green, same thing with this dye. It's going to be a green color on your gloves whenever you're putting it on, and whenever you rinse it out, your water's going to be green. For me, it looked like the Enchanted Forest color of Manic Panic. I'm not sure exactly if that's the name, but it was like a dark green color. And if I took a bath, it got wet, or washed my hair, it was green water. And it stayed black for a little while. I'm not exactly sure how many washes because I did this a couple months ago. But it can turn green from the first time you wash it. It really just depends on your hair, how you do it, the porosity, how well you apply it, how long you leave it in, and all that stuff. There's a lot of variables. But basically, it's not something wrong with the product. It's not your hair. It's not a oops, it's a mistake. That's just what it does. Like blue hair dyes, a lot of them, they turn green once you're washing them and it's fading. It's not actually turning green. With blue, there's yellow dye mixed in it, and the dye holds on longer, and it's also the yellow from your hair when you bleach it, because yellow and blue make green. Remember Barney? That actually helps. And like if you want to change a color, if you want to make your hair purple and you have it a blue color, you can put a fuchsia pink or a magenta pink, whatever, on top of it and it'll turn it purple. The same thing. All these colors have base colors in them. So it may look like it's as black as this lid, but even if it's full, you can kind of hold it up to the light and look at the bottom or the side, and you can see that it's a little bit green. And that's what color it's going to be. And I've also seen a couple videos on YouTube where it's been a couple black girls and they were like, oh my God, what happened? Why is this happening to my hair? And it's not because you're black. I saw in the comments a couple girls were saying that. Now, the hair between white people and black people is obviously different, and so is some of the products that they use. Whatever. It's because it's the dye. That's what color it's made up of, and then that's just what it is. It's green. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say, other than pretty much if you're going to buy Manic Panic Raven, beware it's going to turn green. There's no other way around it. It's going to be green. It may last for some people a few more washes before it's turning green. But pretty much, if you want a black to stay black, you're going to have to get a permanent. Because this is a semi-permanent, so it's not going to stay anyway. Now, if you've ever dyed your hair, obviously, you know that it lingers longer than it actually says it's going to. Some dyes are actually very hard to bleach out. Mainly raw color. That stuff lasts a long time, but it's very hard to get out. So, yeah. I like it personally. It's not going to stay in there for 5 years, but it's a semi-permanent dye. It's a fun thing to do. Or if you want it for temporary, I would suggest using it. I really did like it. It did annoy me at it turning green, but it's a semi-permanent dye. They're not going to stay in there forever. Now, the directions say to leave it in there for 30 minutes if I'm not badly mistaken. But I always leave it in there for longer. Pretty much unless you just want it to be in there for a wash or two and look cool, you can follow the directions. But if you want it to stay longer than that, then you're going to want to leave it in longer. What I personally do, I leave it in there for 12 hours if I can, in the cap. Because when you have the cap on, the heat's activating it and making it work. It's not dry and not doing anything. Excuse me. So, pretty much if you want it to stay black longer, I would leave it in longer than what the directions say. That's probably why it did a little bit better for me. It didn't wash out green immediately the first wash because I left it in there for hours. And I always use heat on it. I know some people are worried about damaging their hair, but this stuff is conditioning. Any semi or demi-permanent dye is conditioning, so it's not going to hurt your hair. Now, I don't know about Ion because their stuff smells like ammonia or something really bad, harsh chemicals, so I don't know what theirs is made up of. I don't know what the ingredients are, so theirs might not be, but like your Raw, your Color Jams, your Manic Panic, I'll even go into the foreign ones, your Directions, your Stargazer, your Crazy Color of Special Effects, anything like that is going to be fine. It's going to be a vegetable can't talk. It's going to be a vegetable-based dye that's not going to hurt your hair, which I need to make that into a separate video because it drives me crazy when all these people ask, is it going to damage my hair? Is it going to do this and going to do that? And then they don't get their questions answered, so they don't really know. Okay, this video is going on way too long, so I'm going to wrap this up.